Did you cry when I found you in the night? Staying up till 5 a.m. Told me you and him were friends. Woke up in a burning home. Blame myself, I should have known. The staying up late, sealed our fate, buried in the catacombs. Setting fire to the life we made. Such a fucking waste of time. Said you love me till my heart decays. Guess my darling changed her mind. Talks my heart online. I'm blind, but too afraid to find.
All right, all right, all right. Gentlemen, start your engine!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lone Star State of Texas. Under the lights and under pressure, we are set for 150 laps of pure intensity as the best drivers from across the field take on Texas in tonight's main event, the Texan Pride 150. This is where horsepower meets heart, where every inch of asphalt at this fast, unforgiving oval demands respect. One mistake can end your night, but one perfect run can put your name in the history books. From bumper-to-bumper battles in the pack to long green flag runs at full throttle, strategies will be just as important as speed. Pit road will be tight, tempers will be tighter, and Texas will not forgive the faint of heart. The crowd is ready, the engines are fired, and tonight one driver will leave standing tall in the Lone Star State as we go racing in the Texan Pride 150. Good evening, racing fans, and welcome to the Green Flag Racing Network. I'm Robert McKay, alongside myself is Wolfie and eventually Adam. Wolfie, great to have you back in the booth.
It's always great to be back in the booth. I feel like I say the same thing every time I get up here at the beginning of the race. I love being in here. I love casting with you. I love commentating. I'm excited to get Adam into the booth today. Having a three-man booth is going to be an absolute blast. And most importantly, I'm excited to see him race at Texas. This Legacy Motor Speedway is just, it's a hard one. It's one where you got to be really sensitive with the throttle, and those tires wear really fast.
Yeah, they do indeed. Tire wear is going to be a big issue tonight, especially with an old abrasive surface like this, and you know, with the current model of tire and iRacing. Definitely going to be interesting seeing how these drivers combat this tire wear tonight, seeing if we're going to have some long green flag runs like we did just a week ago at Legacy Atlanta. Yeah, should be a good one, seeing drivers just wrapping up their qualifying sessions now. Got this one big last pack out there trying to make one more go, one more stab at the pole. Currently, Jordan Journeau sits on the pole.
For him, you see the Silva in third right now. He has been on a tear recently. He's currently leading the points. Has 400 points total. We know he won the Daytona 250 at the beginning of the year, but second at Legacy Atlanta. So it's going to be really interesting to see what he does today. I know Roscoe was talking about just trying to get points. I think De Silva may try to take that approach as well and just keep his lead going.
He may indeed. And as we wrap up qualifying, Adam finally joins the booth. Adam, welcome to the Green Flag Racing Network family. It's great to have you.
That's right. Thank you all. That's right. I am Adam, AKWX Fan 21. Thank you all so much for tuning in and joining us. And again, we are in the middle of qualifying here. Looks like we had a little bit of a run-in here with, I think that was the 9 and the 37 of Litchfield. So qualifying just about to finish up here. And it looks like we have 11 racers in today's race.
Exactly 11 drivers will take a stab at trying to win the trophy here in the Lone Star State. 00 Roscoe hard hit into the outside wall on his qualifying session. Not exactly the lap he wanted. Currently about 6/10 off the pace. Going to be starting towards the back of the pack here at Texas.
Man, Roscoe, he told us he had a little incident racing trucks at this track and somehow ended up in the catch fence on turn 1. So it's going to be very interesting to see how he kind of bounces back from a, for lack of better terms, subpar qualifying session. He has not had a good start to the racing, and his past 2 finishes has just not been what he wants.
Yeah, exactly. Roscoe struggling very early on here in the season. Adam, I know you've broadcasted a few leagues with him. How is this comparing to previous seasons with this Gen 6 car? Is this pretty much on par for Roscoe, or do you think he's just having a downer of a season so far?
Probably having a downer of a season so far. So I've had the pleasure casting for a few of these guys, such as Farmer, Litchfield, Delgado, and Reyes, and of course Roscoe here as well. Here's the thing. Roscoe has either started off strong in the season I casted for him, but then was coming on very late towards the playoffs. So he and his team found some adjusting to do. And it's just like that. You know, this is like with, regardless whether it's iRacing or real life NASCAR, listen, sometimes it just takes a couple months before you figure out your car and your setup. And especially at a track like this, we're talking old Texas here, circa 2008, 2009. You know, I'm sure you all have already talked about it. My pod is running a few minutes late here. But man, tires are going to be a factor here. So it'll be really interesting to see how these racers play with their 4 sets of Goodyear tires.
It'll be interesting. We did talk about just how much of a cheese grater this track is. Old abrasive surface, especially with the tire model, doesn't exactly work the best with this Gen 6 car. So it's going to be interesting to see how much tire wear is a factor tonight. Let's take a look at the starting grid here for the Texan Pride 150. Jordan Journeau, the master of qualifying. I believe this is his 2nd or 3rd pole of the season. He'll line up right next to Danny De Silva, currently your points leader. Travis Farmer, Samuel Litchfield lining up row number 2. Angel Delgado, Brian Reyes rounding out row number 3.
There are 2 strong race car drivers right there for you.
Yeah, exactly. Angel and Brian, they did race in that other series. You commentated, both very strong drivers. Brian Reyes has been on a roll the last few races. Luck hasn't really rolled his way most of the time, but he's having a great start to his season. Gary Clark, Michael Ponder Jr. rounding out row number 4. Christopher Roscoe, talking about him in the pre-race show. Didn't have the qualifying session he wanted, and he's going to start next to Edward Mans. And routing out your 11-car field is Alex Sweeney. We saw this last week at Atlanta. Didn't exactly light the world on fire in qualifying, but he made it count during the race.
You know, somebody notable that's missing from this field tonight is Litchfield, the winner at Legacy Atlanta. was able to win that race and had De Silva right behind him. He'll lose out on some points tonight, but that win is going to help him out a lot in his absence.
Sam's here.
Yeah, he's in 4th.
Oh, my Lord. How did I miss that?
How dare you insult my favorite driver? No, I'm kidding.
Dude, I didn't hear his name at all. My bad. Apologies.
Make sure to talk to Sam afterwards. He'll have a couple of choice words for you. No, I kid. Sam was one of my favorites to watch in the last series that he, Roscoe, and everyone else were in. He was just always so consistent. Every race, he was extremely consistent. He may have not had the fastest car. He may have not had the highest talent level. But he was just consistent. So we'll see if that's happens here in tonight's race.
Yeah, consistency is a very big factor, especially with how long of a season this is. I mean, it's a 24 race season, right? We started just 2 weeks ago, and we end all the way, I think, in close to November. Pace car pulls off through the restart zone, and we're racing here at Legacy, Texas.
Absolutely love to see it here. And these first couple turns are going to be some risky ones. They're not ones you want to pick up too much speed into. Got to be really careful on the throttle here. It's also going to be a really slick racetrack today in those first 2 turns. Got to save it all for 3 and 4.
Exactly, 3. So most of these drivers will be gaining time in 1 and 2. Weird thing about Texas, though, is that both corners are not identical. A lot more noticeable as the 37 goes around. Samuel Litchfield through the grass up onto the track, and the caution flies. I think Samuel will have some choice words to whoever just spun him off, off their nose on the tri-oval.
Was a rough one from him right there, and not how he wanted to start the day. And I'm sure a lot of drivers did not want to start the race with a caution on lap 2.
Let's rewind the tapes here, see what happens. Looks like that may be a net cone incident. It's right on board with the Goodyear blimp. Oh, I see what happens here. The 90 clips the grass and comes right up into the 37. Now look, watch this close call there for Rosca. Look at that.
Like to see that one from Rosca's view.
That's the pace car. This is on board with the 00.
That is one where your heart drops.
Yeah, very, very close. If Roscoe was ever so slightly slower, the 37 would have plowed right into him. Let's actually bring in the 00 of Roscoe. Get his perspective on the incident. Christopher Rosca, it's Robert McKay, Adam, and Wolfie here in the booth. Do you need a new pair of pants after that?
No, because I got to practice with it last week, avoiding my other teammates.
Getting the 37, getting spun by the 90. Very close call there. How do you come back from a wreck like that as a team, and how do you support him with something like this happening so early on in the race?
Well, that's the key, is that it's so early on in the race. Like, we're on lap 4 of 100. We still have 97 laps to go in this race. So that's 97 laps for him to make up all the time, and he's still on the lead lap. So it's not like he has to wait for caution to come out to get back on the lead lap. He just has 96 laps now to make his way back towards the front. And we've had 1-2 finishes for MRC both races this season, and looking to keep that going. As we
Oscar,
have.
question for you. It's Adam up here in the booth.
Hey, Adam, it's been a while.
It is, Roscoe. Listen, we got a quick question for you. We saw you spin out a little bit in your qualifying lap. Did you happen to have some sort of an issue, or is the car just not handling the way you want it to?
A car's a little too tight for what I like, but it does step out fairly quickly. I've also been hitting the apron a bit and not used to really running the bottom. So that's just, I definitely run the top a lot more, so it's inexperience or not being accustomed to running the bottom, clipping the apron a little bit and getting the car sideways. Definitely good on practicing for saving the car if I eventually spin out.
Listen, we appreciate you. We're going to let you get back. Enjoy the race.
Yeah.
Pace car pulls off here, coming through the restart zone.
You know, McKay, Wolf, the one thing I want to talk about there before that spin out, the way that Litchfield was moving into the middle of the lane, I thought he was going to try to make a move to pass the first two through the middle and try to get a little aggressive there. But then obviously we saw the 90 come up and take him out. But again, still on the lead lap here.
Yeah, exactly. Samuel Litchfield definitely knows how to prevail. We've seen that just in the 2 races that I've broadcasted. I know you've seen him a lot more than I have. See him already gaining time here on the 22 of Gary Clark. Field is pretty much single filed out. Danny DeSilva is taking over the lead from Jordan Journeau. Jordan has that short-term speed, but so far this season just hasn't been able to convert that into long-run pace. See him currently running third, battling for second with Farmer. Using that bottom lane here, trying to get to the inside of the 25 to retake the lead.
Those two getting really close right there. This is a really early battle for the lead right here. They're looking to go 3 wide.
Farmer's trying to make a move as well. He smells blood in the water, and right now you can tell of the 3 cars, he is gaining a momentum. He might have the fastest of the top 3 right now.
Yeah, exactly. And battle very early on. You wonder how this is going to affect their tires later on in the run. Now, Jordan Journeau was able to get past these 2 very quickly, but now the 9 and the 25 are starting to battle a lot more long run than these 2 cars are. You see Jordan sitting fast lap after fast lap. So it makes you wonder how much these drivers are either trying to save or how much they're just trying to push to get positions early on.
You know that caution, it's going to come around eventually soon, so a lot of positions to be made here, and that first caution out coming so early is going to change some strategies. They're going to be able to get tires later into the race, so we may be looking at possibly only a 2-stop race.
We could be, depending on how many cautions there are. We do have about 42 laps of fuel in these cars tonight. So this is looking like a 2-stopper unless we have about 20 laps of cautions.
Don't be surprised if we see some pit strategy here as well, boys. If we see an extra pit stop to get some extra Goodyear tires.
I could see that playing a factor long run if there's a late caution, or maybe some drivers are going to try to split that final stage in half instead of running 40-20, maybe run 30-30. So it would definitely be interesting to see how these drivers manage their tires tonight and if the tires are going to last a full run.
It should last a full run tonight. I mean, if we see a lot more battling like we did early between the top 3, DeSilva, Journeau, and Farmer, it's going to start getting a little bit risky for the tires, moving around and stuff and getting those blocks down. And may see some of these cars take some severe damage if they're bumping around on each other like that.
Yeah, field starting to separate out very early. Journeau staying on the tail of Danny DeSilva. Seeing this backpack starting to get really separated out. Rosca out by about 5/10 on the 22 as he clips the apron again. Really struggling to find momentum and a rhythm there. Hits the outside wall pretty hard. See him trying to run the top.
Remember, he told us during that interview here, he thinks the car is a little too tight. And it looks like he is having trouble right now. He might have an issue with something underneath the car here.
Yeah, it could be. It could be all that damage he has. You see the visible damage on that right front tire from smacking the wall. This track does not play well to his driving style. Again, he very much likes to rip the top like dirt racers. And Texas is a track where that doesn't work at all.
Just slide up a little bit too much, and it's lucky to be in 9th right now, but seeing the way some of them are going, they get a little bit fortunate later on in the race, only on lap 16 so far. So a lot of these drivers kind of conserving it back, fought for their position in the beginning, and I think some are happy where they are right now.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of drivers are settling into place. One of them that's not, though, is Jordan Journeau. He knows he's currently the fastest car on track by about a 10th. Has the fastest lap, definitely has a lot more horses under the hood compared to some of the other drivers tonight, and he wants to use them all, but currently getting blocked by the 25, who's playing excellent defense.
And De Silva, I've said it enough probably, but he has just had such a good year, and he's been driving so well. I would like a stat to see how many laps he has led this season in total after this race is. Oh my lord, 84 is around Journeau. It's got a little bit loose right there.
Same place as the other caution. We're back under caution again here at Texas.
Like he had an he couldn't get control of the car. That was really weird. Like I was just watching it from YouTube. I'm like, what? He just went right into the wall. No issue, no nothing. Just Journeau just went right into the wall.
Another incident too, where Oscar received a meatball flag from this contact with the wall. See, I think he's driving slowly, trying to come down to pit road. This was the incident with Jordan. See him wall hop and then get loose off the nose of the 9 and the 21. Seeing those flaps coming out, try to prevent the car from going airborne. A lot of damage to that 84 car, and he'll bring it down pit road as caution comes out. I believe everyone's bringing it down pit road except Danny, because pitting here makes this a 2-stopper. You pit here, and then you pit one more time. Actually, hold on. I did the math wrong. I think what they're doing is, instead of doing a 40-lap run, a 40-lap run, and a 20-lap run, they're doing a 20-lap run, a 40-lap run, and a 40-lap run. Because we are around lap 20.
That would make sense. And it's already the second caution of the race. You see everybody else come down, you just come down with them. This is an interesting strategy from De Silva, and I like to see him just keeping to what they were thinking about in the beginning and not veering off too much.
Yeah, it's an interesting strategy here by De Silva, because he is not going to do well in this restart, right? Everyone else has a set of fresh Goodyear Eagle tires under their car. But this could play to his favor later on in the race if we don't have cautions, because in that last stint you're going to have 20-lap fresher tires and be able to blow past these guys who have been running 40, maybe even longer on these tires.
And it gives Reyes a chance to come back up in a second right there. Farmer's going to stay in third. And Delgado making, I'm pretty sure, his first start of the year, up into the top 5 now. So that's going to be one to watch.
Yeah, he ran the Daytona Duels, didn't make the 500. So this is his first official points start. We are going to go green, 21 laps in the book, 79 to go. You See Rosca off pit road. Looks like he got most of that damage fixed on that 00 Menards machine. Michael Ponder Jr. also getting a lot of damage fixed. Pace car pulls off here. Or not. Rosca not catching up to the field in time. One more lap under caution. So right on board the back of the pace car here, get a really good look at the field. Missed when NASCAR on Fox used to use this camera angle.
Gorgeous. You could see the bumps when they were going over the track and really how bumpy it gets in that car sometime. It is a great camera angle.
It is indeed. You can just see how abrasive this surface is. Right? You compare that to when they did the repave in 2020. That kind of did ruin this track. This is 2009 Texas. So very bumpy, very abrasive, an old race surface. And it is probably chewing up the tires a lot more than I think they are. We just haven't seen it because we haven't had as long of a run. Yeah, and they're heat cycling the tires and all that. Pace truck pulls off here. Coming through the Geico restart zone, and we're back racing here at Texas.
You'll have to see it. It's going to be interesting to see how De Silva defends his lead right here. And Reyes and Farmer, they're already going to be going at it. Delgado, he's going to be looking to get himself into position right here behind the 21 of Reyes. And he may be able to find a window in that middle right there once he catches the back right here.
Yeah, almost 3 wide for the lead. Brian Reyes to the bottom and out to the lead. Your third new leader of the night. See Travis Farmer right behind him.
He ain't giving that lead back.
He'll try his hardest not to, but he has defending champion Travis Farmer right on his bumper. Travis Farmer, season 2 and 3 champion.
Farmer is such a great racer. And I think right now he has the fastest car on the track. But what did I tell you? Delgado and Reyes, 2 of the most talented drivers that I've ever had the pleasure of casting for, and they are 2 of the most dominant. I think if Farmer plays his cards right, he could win this race.
But here's the shocking thing with Farmer. He's currently sitting 10th in points. Still has 2 starts, but he's 95 points away from the leader, which is Danny De Silva. So him and Rosca not having the start to the season he wants. Rosca currently sitting in 12th, about 20 points behind Farmer. Delgado out to the lead now. See him and Brian Reyes battling side by side.
Delgado's really pulling out right here. And there's a caution coming out as Rosca slides around. Looked like into the wall, and very similar to what we saw in practice in qualifying.
There's got to be something wrong with his car.
There has to be. I mean, what a day. Another meatball flag. This is going to be him battling with the 84 Journo. Net code.
Oh. Just about saved it, too, from going into the wall, hopefully trying to get himself back down on the apron. That is a rough hit right there onto the front of his nose. And already after he's had damage, so don't know whether he's used his quick repair or not, but if he did, it's going to be a rough one.
Was it netcode? I think.
Netcode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right there. Trying to get a better camera angle on this.
He's just going and going, and then watch this.
Yep.
All of a sudden, he's just going to go to the right.
Yep, that is a bad case of netcode right there. Very unfortunate for the 00. I mean, this season, this race has been not forgiving to the 00. You see, this is going to be a hard impact into the outside wall. Destroys the front of that race car.
Yeah.
A lot of damage.
We're going to have to see if Roscoe wants to use his fast repair here.
He definitely has to tow. I think he did, because he's throwing on 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles. Let's bring him in and ask. Roscoe, welcome back to the booth. Another bad case of netcode for you. Is that where you used your fast repair, or?
Yeah, my fast repair is gone. I originally got mad at Giorno for making that move because I thought he hit me going in the corner because it was right as I started turning into the corner when the netcode happened, but apparently it was netcode, so I apologize to him. We're all good, but that sucks. I started turning down the corner, all of a sudden felt like I got hit, car stepped out, and then tried to catch and looped into the wall.
Yeah, it was a pretty bad case of netcode. This season,
I felt like I was really fast right there. I knifed my way through the back markers and was catching the lead pack, so even with the damage I had, so I got high hopes for this MRC 00, and we're sitting currently 1, 2, and 4 right now for positions.
Yeah, not having the season that you wanted so far. Your cars definitely have speed under the hood, just obviously the flip at Daytona, the wreck at Atlanta. How do you turn around a start to the season like this?
Well, understanding that the flip at Daytona wasn't, like, there's nothing I could have done there. There was just domino effect, my teammates sliding up to try and push me straight. And then Atlanta just having an off week. So still a long way to go. We're race 3 of 26, so we still have 23 more races after this, and there's still a couple tracks I'm looking forward to for getting a good point today. Yeah, it's just understanding that it's the beginning of the season. There's plenty of time left to do.
Yeah, there is. Good luck and go get her. Pace car off through the restart zone once again. Green flag lap 20. I want to say 4 or 5.
And it looks like Delgado went into the pits. He's currently 2 laps down. That's odd. He went from leading the race to an 11th. So
yeah, if he's out of his car, could have to leave the race. You never know.
That would be quite unfortunate if so. But looking at our leaders right here, Farmer, he's trying everything he can to get around Reyes. Litchfield coming around on the outside beside him, and these two, they're going to have a very, very competitive race to try and battle for this first position from Reyes.
Side by side, Farmer looking to lead his first few laps of the season here. It's contact. He's around into the wall. Another hard hit for the 84. And the caution's out.
Oh, somebody get Farmer a medic. He was squashed like a sandwich.
So much stuff going on, was bouncing back and forth between cameras. Giorno with the meatball.
Giorno's car is done. Look at the front bumper, just completely off.
Towed to the pits. Domino
we'll see
effect.
if he uses his. Yeah, we'll see if he uses his fast repair.
You almost have to in that situation. I mean, you've lost the entire front bumper.
Wasn't even Giorno's fault. It was Farmer's fault. Let's go rewind that and watch it again. I don't know if Farmer had a netcode issue because he also just randomly went sideways here. We're going to slow this down for you. Top down, he's in. And watch this. Same thing, another netcode.
I just completely skipped past it. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Netcode awful tonight.
Oh, my Lord. That's so unlucky.
So I'm on board here at the 84. Yeah, I mean, then you get that no steering, and that's what killed the car right there. He loses steering and then just head on into the wall.
Yep.
Let's bring in the 9 here of Travis Farmer. Travis Farmer, it's Robert McKay, Wolfie, and Adam in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep.
Netcode strikes again, this time sandwiching you and the 84. How's that car handling? Is they're coming back from this? Obviously, the 84, very heavy damage. How's that 9?
I don't know if he'll be coming back, but I'll be coming back.
How's that damage on that 9 Monster Energy Ford Mustang?
Oh, it's not bad, I'll survive. We'll see what I can do with it, though.
Mr. Farmer, you wonderful, amazing person. You won. How are you? 2. What's up, buddy? Totally not be biased here at all. Listen, to me, I've been saying it up here in the booth and on commentary. To me, it looks like you actually have the fastest car on the track right now, at the very least, of the top 3. How do you feel like your car is handling, and is there any tweaks that you guys need to do in the pits?
It's just a little loose when I'm around other cars, but other than that, it feels great.
It looks absolutely just cruising right now. And right now, again, what's the key to success for you here? What do you need to get first and not give it back?
Try to stay out of this crazy netcode stuff and just get to the front, man. I feel like if I can get to the front, I'll be able to do okay.
Sounds like a plan. We'll let you get back to it. Pace car's off. Good luck. Have fun.
All
right. Well, here we go. Okay, Wolfie, let's get this started. Brian Reyes.
Contact again!
Again with the net codes.
I don't know if that one was net code.
Well, luckily I can just rewind his.
So Reyes really shot like a rocket here. May have gotten a little too fast. And I don't think the 31 even was like, it was having issues. Was not even getting up to speed here. Look at Litchfield just like, okay, you're not going to go anywhere. We're just going to go right through you here.
It was netcode.
There had to be something going on with the 31 here.
It was netcode. Look at this.
It was. Yeah, watch this. Whee! Yoink.
00 almost getting tagged. 99 almost getting involved.
99's got a really nice paint scheme. I like the blue and the yellow. Almost reminds me of like the San Diego Charger colors of like of old. Doesn't that like look like LaDainian Tomlinson like colors when he was having his dominant year? It's a pretty color scheme.
Some old San Diego blue, the blue that the Padres used to wear as well.
Oh my goodness, that blue and yellow color scheme is amazing.
That was nice.
Repping, I believe it's the St. Louis Blues.
They're great.
Oh, thank you. Now that we've been, patting each other on the back here, McKay, a little help here, please.
Yeah, I don't know what to take about all this. I mean, so much netcode. I've never seen this amount of netcode in such a short time before. I mean, obviously, netcode's been a pretty big issue on iRacing ever since the very beginning of iRacing over 15, 16 years ago. But it's so atrocious tonight. I mean, 3 incidents back to back to back, all involving netcode.
There's 2 drivers that already had to pit twice. Ponder and Litchfield are 3 times. Actually, 3 drivers, it looks like. Litchfield, he's had to pit 3 times. Gary Clark has had to pit 3 times. Michael Ponder Jr., he's had to pit 3 times. So a lot more than these guys were quite wanting. And I don't think they were expecting this many cautions either.
No, I don't think so. But in the midst of the chaos, Rosca out to the lead.
Oh, my Lord.
I
told you before the race.
You could have given me $100 and be like, I would have never have guessed that in any point of this race, this man would be out to the lead.
He's got Danny De Silva behind him though now, so
he's got De Silva. He's got Edward behind him. He's got Farmer, De Silva on the outside. That's a strong outside row. It's a scary outside row. That's a scary outside row.
I'll say
this-
we're talking about schemes. I got to talk about the Dr. Pepper scheme. I love Dr. Pepper.
It's pretty nice.
Danny DeSilva is doing me proud right now. They're really rocking that thing, and it speaks to my heart.
The Dr. Pepper one's really nice. I liked Angel's the Dubby scheme. Dubby scheme's always good. I like the 31, the Kodak. He's ran it all season. It's a staple. It's a classic. It's a throwback.
Same thing with Reyes' 21. Has always had that University of Texas color theme.
Yeah, I mean, it's University of Texas, so...
I like his number specifically. Just
Yeah,
the way he
number's nice.
stylized his number, yeah.
The number
The
is
orange,
nice.
The yellow.
Pace car pulls off. Roska leading the field to green. Is this going to go good, or is it going to go absolutely terrible? Only one way to find out. Great launch for the 00 as he takes the green flag.
Roska is
he's
trying
up.
to prove us wrong.
Yeah, Roscoe's out to a nice lead. That was a really nice get off there off the restart. And Farmer already back up to third here. Litchfield right behind in that K1 Racing Ford Mustang. I think it's a Ford.
Yeah. Roska getting pressure from behind. Danny DeSilva all over the back of his bumper.
De Silva's ready to make a move.
And they're going to look low, try to get some clean air on the front nose of that Camry. 25 going, and gone.
Roska held on to it for as long as he could. He's not quite finished right here. Shoots to the inside, trying to get some speed on De Silva. He's hanging there right with them. Roska really showing some prowess and some shock right now off of that restart. De Silva not going to try and make him too claustrophobic because Roska just going to lose that momentum a little bit, but he's shooting into these corners well.
Problem is right now Roska doesn't have the speed.
Oh,
that
real loads
De
off the
Silva
corner.
and Farmer have, and now Farmer already taken over. Again, I told you, Farmer looks like and has the fastest car on the racetrack right now, and he has already overtaken Roska, and he is quickly approaching De Silva in this 25. But De Silva out in clean air is just proving that clean air can be king at certain racetracks, and he is continuing his lead here. Almost a half a second lead over Farmer.
Yeah, he just got the fastest lap of the race too, so I think he's entering a flow zone.
He is someone who isn't entering a flow zone. Those who ride on board with him is the 00 Roska. Struggling hard. See Brian Reyes already catching up to him. Roska started in first on this green flag run and has struggled getting very loose off the corners.
There's a lot of Roska glazing here. Can we go up to Farmer here, please? Over the
You're
last
glazing
1 to
him.
2 laps, he has shaved off at least 100th time off of this. He is quickly catching De Silva here. He went from about 0.42 to now he's hovering around that 0.27 marker. Farmer is quickly approaching, and if he keeps this up, he's going to find himself in first place very, very soon. He's making up a lot of time in these corners here as well.
Is your full-time job glazing him?
No, but I was apparently guilty of not mentioning Roska enough the last time I did commentary, so I'm not the one controlling the buttons. Just saying.
Yeah, but you're constantly talking about Farmer. Anyway.
Farmer? Farmer's good people! And he's got the fastest car on the track. What do you want from me?
I mean, technically, De Silva has the fastest car on track, so he has the fastest lap. But
Yeah,
He got you there.
technicalities.
He got you.
That is not going to last for long. Let me tell you that right now. That is not going to last for long.
Well, we all have
Farmer
a...
is making his move. But again, this is the first time we've really seen a lot of green flag racing here in Texas throughout this race. No net codes to be spoken of. And now you can clearly see it's an easy top 3 between De Silva, Farmer, and Litchfield, and the rest of the pack is following back here as well. If we stay green, it's going to be very interesting to see how pit strategy is going to come into a factor. I mentioned this earlier. Are we going to get people pitting because they want the fresh tires? And with the amount of cautions we've had, Is that going to come into strategy going, we're going to risk a potential another caution and then stay out longer on fresher tires?
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be very interesting seeing how strategy plays on later in the race. It's also going to be interesting to see which car is the fastest on long-term speed. Right now, it's looking like Danny De Silva. He's starting to edge out Farmer just a little bit.
He is. This long-run speed's really nice.
Yeah, starting to edge him out here up to almost 5/10.
Yeah, this is a true just battle of skill between these two and test for how it has been this season. Both are on a 15-lap stint with those tires, so the tires are really, really equal, but it just seems like De Silva has that edge on this track. He's just pulling ahead of Farmer each time they get into the corners. He's got it up to 0.6 seconds now, but on this last straight on turn 4, seems like Farmer is making up a little bit of room.
Yeah, just a little bit. You see this, even the top 3 starting to get very much separated here. You've seen them now each separated by about an average of 7/10.
It really does feel like that first corner, De Silva has just kind of mastered it.
And coming exactly to the halfway point, 50 laps in the books, 51 to go. Field getting very much separated here. Currently the closest battle on track is between the 21 and the 22 here for 5th.
Those two both also on equal tires right now, so just got to see if that 22 of Gary Clark can make up that gap a little bit, get himself into the top 5 right there. This top 4 really discerning themselves. Roska kind of in no man's land by himself. Litchfield sitting 2 seconds behind De Silva, and Farmer inching ever so closer. Got it down to 0.4 seconds. Seems like he's making up a lot of time right now.
Could the 25 have made a mistake here? Starting to lose time more. Is that long run speed just really starting to show?
Yeah, they're just swapping back and forth in sectors 1 and 2. Sometimes Danny De Silva will have an advantage right there, and he'll be maybe a couple tenths or just a tenth faster than Farmer, but Farmer tries to make it back in sector 1. But De Silva finding that speed once again, having the faster lap right there.
Here's the interesting question. Is De Silva pushing his car too much? Is he pushing and trying to stay ahead of Farmer too much that he's shredding his tires more? And Farmer just, again, having the faster of the 2 cars overall, he's playing things maybe a bit more conservative. He doesn't have to burn through as much of the tires to keep the guy behind him off his back. And you can even see Litchfield now just literally just hanging up by himself. It was a gap of 3. Now it's a gap of 2. Man, this is going to be fun here. 47 laps to go here in Legacy, Texas.
Let's right on board here with the 9 at Travis Farmer. He's obviously found something. That long run speed really starting to show. I know I said earlier that you were glazing the 9, but you may have been right. He may have the best car in the field.
It showed from very early on. When the 2 cars that were out front were doing their best to stay out there, Farmer's car just looked like it was superior. Now, again, we've seen this plenty of time in iRacing and in regular racing. Just because you have the fastest car doesn't mean you always win. There's plenty more elements to keep in mind here when it comes to racing, and especially One of those, as I mentioned earlier, it has to be clean air. And we're seeing how much that is right now for Danny De Silva, staying out in front of this clean air and keeping Farmer right behind him. Again, 45 laps to go here, McKay. What are you expecting here from our, what's going to be green flag of pit stop should we stay green?
I'm expecting that I think these two drivers are going to come in and around the same time, if not together, maybe a lap or two apart, because they are on the same strategy. They did both pit 25 laps ago. I feel like the 37 is going to get some valuable laps led here. He's currently on 4-lap fresher tires and has 4 more laps of fuel. Roscoe's going to pit before everybody. He's been on track the longest. Edward Manns should be coming down for a pit stop anytime soon because he has not pitted. So I think it's going to be Roscoe, then Danny and Travis, then Litchfield. Unless Litchfield tries to undercut, which I wouldn't see the added benefit because he's 4 laps shorter on fuel.
I appreciate that. We will, in fact, see what happens. It is, in fact, De Silva still in the lead right now, but look at Farmer has now cut into that massive lead and is now just about 0.1 seconds behind the leader.
These two drivers are in a battle it out, wearing each other's tires. This is, I think, exactly what the 37 wants to see. He wants to see these drivers use their tires. He wants to see them slow each other down.
Yep.
Really interesting seeing these two battles. They had such a different approach to the throttles in turn 1 right there. De Silva comes off just a little bit later and throttles it a little bit more in the middle of the corner. Farmer just lets go completely. And then a little bit later than De Silva just full throttles it forward. So seeing these two kind of not match driving style and battle it out is really interesting. It seems like it's working out for Farmer so far. WX fan, I think you may have been onto something saying that he was conserving himself, and it seems like he's going a little bit more full out this time.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
Yeah, coming up here, 39 to go. Travers, Farmer to the inside, side by side, down the backstretch. This is the battle for the lead. See, it's now highlighted there on your timing tower, side by side, these two drivers coming to the end of their fuel runs. They got about 11 laps left until they have to come down. This will be everyone's final pit stop. Still side by side.
Yeah, Farmer's making his move now onto the inside. He should be able to overtake him here within the next lap or so, but De Silva, he's having to drive hard here on the outside, and he loses the inside. And Farmer is trying to make this line work, and he'll take the lead from De Silva. But for how long? De Silva on his outside as well, right behind him, ready to take that lead back. And this is a side-by-side battle for the lead, and it's Roscoe.
This changes everything.
Yep. Litchfield strategy's out the window.
Litchfield, strategy is out the window. There is no strategy. You can make it from here.
Oh! Someone got into Roscoe.
So here, let's ride on board with the chopper.
Looking good, looking good. Oh, right into Roscoe's rear quarter panel. Goes the 22. Unfortunate. You know, Wolf, Roscoe was looking, Roscoe was looking really nice here, but you know, to me, that looks like the 22 just gets into the rear quarter panel here. He's doing well. And I don't think that's a net code. You want to zoom in on that. The 22 looks like he gets into the rear quarter panel here, the 00.
It's a
I
little
don't
bit in
know.
that code, but he really slid up there. I think he was going to hit him no matter what.
Yeah, I think so too, but see if I trying to get a better angle on this.
That's the driver.
Hard to tell.
Okay, I think is the best word. I think there was slight netcode, but it was going to be contact anyway.
Yeah.
Roska's not going to be too happy about that. They're actually right beside each other in the point standings. That 22 of Clark is only 5 points ahead of Roska. Clark sitting on 11th, Roska sitting on 12th. So not quite sure Roska's going to be too happy about that one, especially when it looked like he was starting to run pretty well. It was on those old tires, was about to come in and pit, try and make another run at it, and that is so unfortunate for the 00 right there.
Yeah, just a series of unfortunate events. Has the meatball sitting on pit road. Gonna get put a lap down here. Again, didn't have the start to the season he wants. Still not going well for him. 35 to go. Going to be taking the green. Coming to 34 to go. Strategy's thrown out the window, so it's whoever has the fastest car at this point.
And can we be honest for a second? You know who actually has the fastest car on this track?
The 9.
Nope.
5. I'm telling you.
Nope.
Okay.
Mr. Reserve Wolf has the fastest car on this track.
Dude, if I was on this track, I would wreck the entire field.
You just can't see it because he's going so fast.
Oh, okay.
And wait. You just missed him. He just ran another lap.
Want to see me do it again?
We just combined a Captain America reference and a SpongeBob reference all at once, and that was wonderful. Pace Truck's lights are off. We're going to be going back to green here with 35 to go. McKay, what did you see there on that last run of pit stops?
Not much, honestly. Great pit stop for the 9. Great pit stop for Michael Ponder Jr. Moves up to 5th as we take the green flag. See, he looks to the outside. Nothing there to take.
He tried.
At least he tried. Side by side here at the 21.
Officially take the lead. De Silva's going to try making a comeback here. Again, we know he has good long run speed. So we'll see what happens here. But hey, look who's back. Brian Reyes now to the front. And immediately out in clean air. And this time Samuel Litchfield making a little play here as well. He's up to 3rd.
Litchfield starting to move his way back up to the field. Brian Reyes out to the lead here, battling with Travis Farmer.
Everybody in this top 8 right now is on equal tires. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see what happens. De Silva's been getting a little loose. He's gotten himself down into 4th. Reyes is making a really, really good run at Farmer right now. Farmer running really, really good lines. These two are having really fast lap times, and Reyes just trying to swing out right there and take it, but Farmer going to bring it right back.
Yeah, Farmer controlling the field with 31 laps to go. See,
So
3
Reyes
wide.
That is dangerous for the amount of net code that's gone on today.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a lot of netcodes happened with these cars and this track. Very dangerous water they're treading. Seeing the 37 getting a little bit loose, almost contact made. Even more loose at 37. He's all the way up to the wall. The battle here happening all the way at the back between Ed Hermans and the 22 of Gary Clark. I see the battle for the lead starting to heat up again. Here's Danny DeSilva with Travis Farmer.
And these two have been making me smile all day. They have raced so competitively, and they're throwing down some competitive blocks. Oh my lord. Litchfield loose again right there. He can't find his way out of that last corner. Second time in a row that's happened, and it's lost him right here. 1.7 seconds back now behind Ponder. Ponder is going to be thankful for it. As De Silva takes the lead from Farmer. Farmer going to have to fall right back in line, and Reyes just letting these two race it out right now, hoping and praying.
And the 25 out to the lead. Samuel Litchfield currently under attack by Michael Ponder Jr. Travis Farmer lost the lead, but we saw this at the end of the last run. That car has very good long run speed.
Absolutely does. And if it starts to pull out ahead right here, it's going to be very dangerous. I don't think Farmer's going to let it happen. These guys have been running really equal lap times for the entire race. De Silva does have that clean air advantage. I don't think we're going to see many lapped cars, or if any lapped cars, through this race. So it's going to be interesting to just see how these guys battle it out. I mean, again, I got to mention it. Reyes is just sitting back there. If I'm Reyes, I'm conserving myself. I don't feel the need to try and make a huge run on these two yet.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be interesting to see how strategies play out. Coming to 24 to go. We're coming up here towards the end of the race here. Coming up to a long run. Let's do ones to watch. Adam, who's your one to watch?
Do I really have to say it at this point?
Yes, you do.
Travis Farmer. Because I've been stating it this entire time. Are we doing ones to watch, or who we think is going to win? Or is this kind of both?
It's kind of both.
Okay. So, I'm going to split mine into two. I'm going to go with my underrated here. One to watch is Brian Reyes, but my one to win is Travis Farmer. Because if you really want someone to watch, we know how good Reyes has been when he's gotten up front, but he's been unable to keep the lead. But he's in the third now, and he can do some damage here on these long runs. But again, I still go back to, I think Farmer has the best car on the track today, and he's already making his move to the inside.
I want to pick Farmer, but I'm not going to be a copycat. I'm going to go with this. It's a tough one. I'm going to go with Brian Reyes. He is right on their rear bumpers. We haven't seen a lot of him today, but him and De Silva both have wins. Reyes came just a week ago. I think he's going to use that momentum, and I think he's going to snag, at least keep his podium here at Texas, if not the win.
You guys, that was going to be my one to watch, but he looks like he's not quite conserving his car anymore. So I was thinking about it in my head. My one to watch here is De Silva. He's just had a lot of late race magic recently. In the past two races, it feels like the racing gods are on his side, and right there they're not. Is he on the wall? That is a commentator curse if I've ever seen it. He's still my one to watch.
That is a ton of, I don't know, that's a ton of damage to the right side of the 25. 31, Alex Sweeney's 2 laps down, looking to get those laps back. He's on fresh, brand new tires. He's going to blow blast these two leaders here.
Silva's giving the meatball flag. He's got to come in.
You jinxed it. You
know,
man.
I got the Daytona 250 right, and ever since then, I look like a moron out here.
That's just really unfortunate luck here for the 37. He's limping his way to the pits. Now the battle's between Travis Farmer and Brian Reyes. He loses some time there because of the 31. Coming to 17 to go.
Even though De Silva's gone back, I mean, Reyes still lurking behind Farmer right now. They're catching up 2-lap traffic. So that clean air is going to be gone from Farmer's view. It's going to be interesting to see how that does affect his lap time and his run.
To go here at Legacy, Texas. McKay, Adam, and Reserve Wolf all hanging out with you up here in the booth, and we are going to have one heck of a fun finish here. 16 to go now. Farmer out in front. Reyes right on his tail. And De Silva, unfortunately, has dropped all the way back to 5th, as you guys mentioned. A little bit of damage on that cover. We stay green. And Litchfield is just all the way back in 3rd. And I say all the way back because he's only a 1.5 behind. But it sure feels a little bit longer than that here, boys.
Yeah, it does. Exactly. Ryan Reyes playing good offense here. Travis Farmer playing excellent defense, keeping him at bay. Travis Farmer using the air to his advantage. 14 to go here. Next week, we keep the streak of intermediates, but we're moving away from the 1.5 miles. Next week, we go to Auto Club, a once great track that's now an Amazon warehouse, preserved in iRacing. Gonna have 200 miles, 100 laps of racing at Auto Club, so about 50 miles longer than this. I think Rosca not having a good race today. Obviously, has been sitting in the pits for the last 22 laps. I think his likeness to run the top is definitely going to play an advantage at Auto Club, as the high line is quite fast.
I'm sure these drivers, they're not too concerned with saving tires anymore. That was their last stop. Never stopped last time, so they're good for the whole way. And again, I have to mention, the top 6 is all on equal tires. Every single one of them are in equal tires right now, so they all have an even playing field. 7th. It's true. He's also on equal tires with him, though. Actually, just one lap more of those tires.
All right, well, 12 to go. Approaching 11 to go here. Reyes might be thinking about ways to make his move with under 5 to go. He's got to think about, where are some of the lines on this track? Where have they worked? How can he catch Farmer off guard? Things he's going to be thinking about here with 11 laps to go. And even if he gets out in front, is he going to be able to hold the lead? He's having to drive really hard to even catch up to him right now.
Yeah, all great questions, and I think that the only way Reyes is going to get past Farmer and stay past him is if Farmer makes a mistake, because he's been playing excellent defense, using that dirty air to his advantage. I think the 9's got a little bit more speed under the hood than the 21 does. Going to be interesting here. You see the 21 trying to get some clean air, using the draft down the backstretch. The 9 has to make a mistake for the 21 to get by him, and I think that's the only way that Reyes is going to win this.
Like I said, both racers talented in their own right, but I did, Just I was gonna say Reyes, super talented Reyes into the wall, slightly able to stay green, able to keep things going, but that one bump could have cost him the race. But it looks like he's not losing any speed off that bump off the wall. He's only 0.2 seconds behind.
Hey, he scared me. I thought somebody wrecked.
No, Reyes got into the wall. It was a bump and recovered with no problem whatsoever.
We're gonna be coming up here with 7 laps to go. Farmer maintaining a 0.2 of a second lead. Reyes right there, though, waiting to pounce, waiting for a mistake. Tires still slightly a factor. See Michael Ponder Jr. also battling here with Gary Clark.
Reyes did so much work to get back up there, too. They were both running really, really even lap times. Reyes had 2 laps where he was faster than Farmer, and it feels like it's just all gone to waste right now.
Reyes starting to fall back. I think that damage is getting to him.
To me, it looked like a bump.
Yeah, but I definitely think there was some damage involved because he's starting to lose time. Currently in a battle with the 25, who's a lap down. Once battling for the lead, now being put a lap down.
And, you know, Litchfield's back there hoping somebody gets loose. It's only a second behind. A bump from Farmer Reyes to get him back into this thing. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled on him, too. But Reyes is building up some time. But with 4 to go, I just don't think he has the laps to catch up with Farmer. He would have to have two or three superb laps to really get up there.
Yeah, and I don't know if I see it happening again. The nine really gonna have to make a mistake here. Coming to 2 laps to go here at Texas. I think we're gearing up for a really good finish. We saw a photo finish for second last week at Atlanta. Maybe we'll see a photo finish for the lead. If Brian Reyes has anything, he needs to throw it now. 2 to go at Texas. All eyes are on these 2 drivers right now. There's a 17-second gap between the top 3 and everybody else. These 3 drivers have been on a class of their own this race. See Brian Reyes running the top in the wall.
Ouch.
He just handed the keys to Travis Farmer. White flag. 1 more lap to go. What a disaster that was for Brian Reyes. He's going to throw everything he has, but I don't think he has anything left.
No, he does not. And just the wall really impacting him this race, and it lost him the race. Hitting the wall twice absolutely lost him this race.
It did. Coming out of turn 4, the champ in victory lane once again. Travis Farmer takes the checkered flag here in the Lone Star State. He wins the Texan Pride 150. Brian Reyes, Samuel Litchfield
Farmer
rounding out the podium. Michael Ponder Jr. coming out of 3. 20 seconds back. And he'll snag 4th position here, 21 seconds behind. It was Gary Clark for 5th. Danny De Silva, Edward Manns, Alex Sweeney all pulling it down to pit road. And the 9, Travis Farmer, getting ready to burn it down here in Texas. I don't know why the smoke's black. I noticed that with this car. And this race specifically, it wasn't at last week. It was white. Take a look at the finishing grid here after 100 laps of Texas. Travis Farmer, Ryan Reyes, and Samuel Litchfield walk home with the podium finish. Michael Ponder Jr., Gary Clark round out your top 5. Danny De Silva, Edward Manns, Alex Sweeney all finish the race. And then Christopher Rosca, Jordan Journeau, and Angel Delgado round out your 11-car field.
Nicely done for these racers. And yes, it is Travis Farmer who takes first. Brian Reyes in second. Litchfield third. Listen, I told you, boys. Samuel Litchfield just consistent. Ends up in third place. That's going to be some great points for him.
Let's bring in
playoffs. I know we're early in the season.
Yeah, let's bring in Mr. Consistency, Samuel Litchfield. Samuel Litchfield, Robert, Adam, and Wolfie here in the booth. You got a copy.
So,
Sam, you amazing person, you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What's up, buddy?
Just racing.
I like it. Well, speaking of racing, I've been calling you Mr. Consistency up here in the booth. Talk to us about how that race was for you overall. Then I'm going to send things over to McKay for questions.
It was pretty chill. I definitely had it in me to catch them at the end, but I did a stupid moment, and my car got tight and out of turn 4, and I hit the wall.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of damage with these drivers tonight. How was tire wear? Did that play a really big factor into the tightness?
If you didn't hit the corner, if you didn't enter the corner right, it was super tight on exit. Tire wear for me was kind of dangerous. When we had that long stretch after I pitted, it was 53. So tire wear was, for me, was really huge to get down. And I got it done on the end of the race, but I just couldn't bring it back.
Yeah, well, even though there's no catching Farmer there at the end, go celebrate a podium and a good points day. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Coming home in the second position. Not available for an interview.
Moose.
Well, Brian Reyes finishes second. And last but certainly not least, the man that Adam wouldn't stop glazing the entire race, your champion.
What are you talking about?
Travis Farmer. It's Robert, Adam, and Wolf here in the booth. You got a copy.
Yes, sir. How you guys
Farmer,
doing?
you sexy SOB. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You're welcome. I said you had what looked like the fastest car on the track this entire race. You know, I asked you during one of the interviews earlier here what you had to do to stay out front. I want to kind of focus on what did you have to do to keep Reyes from taking the lead, because he almost caught you a couple times there over those last 15 laps or so.
Yeah, he was. I was worried about him. I thought he was going to get me. I just had to try to put him in that bad air around them turns. It's hard to do anything when you get that air. But other than that, if it wasn't for that, he'd have got me for sure, because he's fast, man.
Okay, I'll put my Farmer foam finger down now. McKay, Wolfie, you got anything other questions up here in the booth?
I do. Long run speed definitely played into your favor tonight. How do you feel that how do you feel? I'm trying to figure out how I want to word this. What do you think made your car better on the long run compared to the rest? Do you think it was your tire saving, or just walk us through that?
Yeah, I believe it was a tire saving. I was not pushing hard at all there in the beginning of the race. You know, just trying to keep up with them, just, you know, not let them run away, but not burn my tires up at the same time. Yeah, I think they might have pushed a little too hard. I'm not sure though, but that's what I think. Yeah, tires saving helped me tonight.
Definitely going to be a good points day for you. You're currently sitting 10th. Didn't have the start to the season you want. Go celebrate a great points day. Your first win of the season. And just overall a great day.
All right, appreciate it, man. You guys have a good one.
You too.
What a race this was, guys. I mean, lots of action, a lot of net code. Had a good battle there for the lead there at the end, and Travis Farmer comes away with it.
It's a beautiful race, and it was just such a great race by him. He ran fast the entire time. He came into the booth after his wreck and is like, oh, I'm going to come back. I don't know about him, but I'm going to come back. And he did exactly that. He came back, and he just absolutely dominated after that.
Yeah, he did. Certainly proved his worth as the reigning champion. Well, that'll do it for us for now here at Texas Motor Speedway for the Green Flag Racing Network's coverage of the BRRA Cup Series. I'm Robert McKay. Alongside myself is Adam and Wolfie. It's been a pleasure having you boys. We'll see you all live on Monday for round 2 of the Mystic Legends series and their Super Late Model series. Rosca, excellent job at covering the season opener, but you guys get to have me again. I know you missed me. If not, we'll see you right back here Sunday or Thursday live on the Green Flag Racing Network for Auto Club. It's been a pleasure having you boys, and it's been a pleasure broadcasting. We'll see you next week. Take care.